Welcome back, guys, to more Vampyr. In my last gameplay, I had basically gone to the cemetery, rescued a widow over there. I don't know where she is right now. And then I was supposed to go back to Pembroke Hospital to speak to Dr. Swansea. Yep, that's what I'm supposed to do. Are there any clues that I've opened up? What is this? What the hell is this, man? Did I see this last time? Oh, this is one of the places where you can get somebody to probably drink on the blood. So I very specifically have... oh, she's clean.
Good evening, Nurse
Good evening.
What can you tell me?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
What?
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Damn, who's
Did you
this?
see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Okay, who is this Hampton guy?
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Let's see if we can speak to somebody else. Wait a minute. We've got only one clue with this lady. Milton Hooks. Pippa Hawkins. Who is Hampton here? Oswald Thatcher. I have no clues. Sean Hampton, okay, this is the guy. And Dyson Delaney. Sabrina Cavendish. Who did he kill? I have no clue. Allowed to speak to other people? Where's the other lady who was basically in the bed? Did he kill her or did he kill somebody else?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying.
Goodbye.
Sean Hampton has run away. Gwyneth is the one who told me about it.
Good evening.
And good evening to...
What? Nobody
Goodbye.
else. Nobody else saw it. Killing Miss Jones. Harvey Fiddick.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye for...
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening...
Goodbye.
Wait a minute, I need to speak to that lady again.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Allowed to speak to Gwyneth again. The interesting part about this game is that
Words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
did I speak to Pippa Hawkins? No, I was speaking to Gwyneth only.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you tell me?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones.
And did you see...
No,
Miss Jones.
Where is Miss...
I don't know. I'd imagine the...
Okay, so the morgue. This will be near
Goodbye now.
near Chandana. Now how do I go to Chandana? There he is.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir.
It's locked, all right.
I'm very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
What is he doing? Why can't I do anything? Investigate citizen actions. How? What the hell? How do I investigate citizen actions?
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir.
Oh,
I understand you must
I'm
be
supposed to
very
go inside.
angry about this unfair situation.
How do I get here?
You don't mind if I search your pockets,
Oh, he's a thief.
do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you.
Who's
You
this guy?
see, no one has claimed your body, sir. So it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Okay, so this guy is a thief. New hint available for this guy. Who is she? Pippa Hawkins. Okay, I've forgotten where this lady in the room was here. There was a lady who was inside a room who was complaining about everybody. I've forgotten where her room was. Lady Ashburn. I'll have to probably talk to her as well. Oh, this. Yep, this was a room. Is there anything available over here as a hint? Nope. Let's see. This guy must. This lady must.
Good evening, Miss Howard. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Okay, so
I'll
no.
leave you.
Just a minute. Who had?
Good evening.
Good evening.
What?
That Mr. Hammond.
And did you seal?
No. I.
Did you seize?
I think I saw a.
Where is Miss?
I don't know.
Okay, so one is I'll speak to Lady
Find us.
Ashburn, and then I'm going to speak to Chandana.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
The All We Love Die.
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Are we then condemned to lie?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
Makes sense.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. accepted.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
I don't know.
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
Ekon.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts.
Makes sense, Lady Ashburn. You
Goodbye, my...
So, Dr. Chandana now it is. He's the only one who's got all the clues. Where's the exit point?
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
You know, still not figured out the map. Still not figured out the map. Where the fuck is he, man? Whoa, whoa, whoa. How can somebody be so confused about how to exit? Ah, there he is.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Oh, what? He's not questioning him? You steal from the dead.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
Okay, so there was no hint that was revealed. I guess I'm not doing a good job.
Please.
Of course.
What does he have to sell? Absolutely nothing that could interest me. Let's go upstairs. First, I want to see if I can make a medicine for fatigue. And then I even want to go and speak to Hampton. How much points do you have? I've got very less XP. Okay, I have something for fatigue already. Okay, so one more thing I realized about this game. You know, all the time I was complaining that... let's see if I can upgrade this. Damn, common handle part. I think Milton will have it. Let's go to Milton. It's all the while I was complaining that I come here and try to refill my bullets and there's nothing available. That is because the extras only get stored over here. So I have to buy actually bullets. They do not automatically get populated over here. So like I've created these extra medicines, they're stored over here. Wait a minute, is there something to analyze? Nope. Let's see if there's something to steal. Nothing to steal over here. Who's this? Who's this?
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
He's a vampire hunter.
My hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile.
McCullum.
You can't hide from the guard.
He's a vampire hunter.
Leave him, Jonathan.
What? How do I leave him?
This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Go away. Thank God, I thought I
By
loved
the
it.
sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
What do I do? What do I do? I'll help him.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
They're not far wrong. I'll protect them. I'm not going to protect them. They will not attack.
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Damn! Put an end to Sean Hampton's savagery. Find Sean Hampton in the Eastern Docks. What the hell? Where's the side missions over here? Where's the widow? Was she the widow? Social circle, no relationships. I think she was the widow. Xiao Shun. Xiao Shun, that's the name. She's a level 3 and Mesmerize level 3. So I'm supposed to go here, in fact, find Sean Hampton and maybe kill him. I'll help Dyson Denelli. And who are these other characters, man? I don't even know these guys. Let's see if there's anything to steal over here. Absolutely nothing.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
What is the sound that keeps coming when I'm in a specific area?
Good evening.
Okay,
Goodbye, nurse.
I think I've got nothing else to do.
Dead flesh needs it.
Where's the exit? Oh, what do you know? I found something. Let me buy some bullets from him.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you tell me?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
Okay.
I'd like to...
Wise choice.
Is there anything I can buy? Shotgun shells. Why doesn't it let me sell any weapons here? They should let me sell weapons so that I can make more money. What? Will she have noticed something?
Oh,
Can we share this?
Would you care to partake in this meal with me?
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
What? Have you killed this weapon? What do you know of Ascalon?
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
You know, I'm not...
He was bigger than a...
Fergal.
Fergal. Okay, so Ascalon, Fergal.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Rich blood is appealing.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Okay.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Okay, so did she kill
Thank
some?
you, my lady.
Was she presiding over a dead body? Okay, yeah, this was a dead body. Now I'm supposed to go find Sean Hampton in the East End Docks, which is Clay Cox. Let's talk to him. I should probably talk to other people in the hospital.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
I think I'll have to talk to everybody else as well. Let me go and talk to...
I'll leave.
To the other patients. Or the doctors. Oh, there he is. Tippets.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about...
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do.
He's not a Christian.
But we should have noticed his instability.
Okay. I think I'll have to talk to everybody.
Goodbye, Doctor.
So this is a pretty long arch of the game where you have to talk to everybody. Okay, I've already spoken to him. Gwyneth Brannigan. Pippa Hawkins is somebody I should speak to.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening.
Nothing about her over here.
What can you tell me about...
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
I think Dr. Swansea was the first one who entered the room.
Goodbye.
Okay, I've spoken to... Let's talk to Elwood.
Good evening.
Evening.
Can you tell...
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices. Maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Okay, I think I'll have to speak to all because somebody will recognize those voices.
Goodbye for...
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
What on earth happened here?
What? Who's the one? Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! I think I have to go outside over here. What?
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
What? Why was there a glowing eye next to him and now it's not there anymore?
I'm quite...
What can you tell...
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who's this? Rudolph Strickland?
I'm quite...
Thank you.
And
good evening.
Can you tell?
I'm sure it was not
My fault.
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Okay, so this is becoming
Goodbye. Good evening.
I'm okay.
What can you...
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
Okay, so everybody's giving me one small clue, two voices on the staircase.
I have to go.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
As for me... How could we be sure
Good evening.
What can you...
It's a disgrace. How...
Goodbye, Miss...
Okay, so nobody's given me any solid information. Harvey Fiddick.
How long must I wait, damn it? Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. Good evening, Doctor.
Please.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom. There were some loud noises, like people fighting. All of a sudden, it went quiet. And then the nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
Okay, Nurse Hawkins, I think I've already spoken to her.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Mr. Fiddick. Thelma Croft. Did I already speak to her?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening.
I need blood.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll leave.
What is these noises which are coming in the speaker in the background?
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Should I go to the first floor? Because somebody told me there was something on the first floor.
A giant morgue disguised.
Is there something on the first floor that I should be aware of? Let's see if I can go to the second floor. Nope.
It's locked. If you don't mind...
I'd be delighted.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a skull. London's streets are overflowing with them these days.
Okay.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
Okay, that's chicken there.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Okay, who is that man?
Who is that man in your office?
Geoffrey McCullum, actual leader of the Guard of Prewen. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I can guarantee one thing. The Guard of Prewen would never dare to attack the hospital while I'm in charge here.
Why?
What exactly?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones?
There was blood everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
How did the Guard of Prewen...
McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
Okay, so this exercise of talking to multiple people has been pretty useless because it has not given me any clue. The other thing I wanted to check is voices coming from the first floor. Is there any door that I can open?
I cannot enter.
Okay, so since my shotgun shells are full, $202 meters. Tiny common handle part. Common handle part. That's not something I need. I need the common handle part. Okay, why am I not able to go over here? Damn, I hate these guys, man. Driven rogue. How many people are there? Maybe the other one will also attack me if I go too close. There should have been a way for a vampire to basically fly all over the place. Go over the walls. Why can't I go over there from here? Do I have to come all the way? Okay. What? Oh, there. Where do I go, man? Let's speak to this guy.
Hello again, Mr.
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and
Mr. Thatcher.
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Okay. What is this?
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about is their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Okay, now that is... He's got a headache. Do I have medicine?
Do you need...
Don't get me wrong, sir.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Okay, I think I've asked him everything. Oh.
Do you want to talk about why you have this?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Oh, shit.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm
Shit.
with a bloody fantastic childhood.
Hint failed. Shit. Oswald Thatcher. Have I failed 2 hints?
Do you want to...
No.
An irrational...
Well, Doctor, take it...
Perhaps you were...
Are you joking?
Shit. I knew that was the case.
Goodbye, Mr.
Where did the other guy go?
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
No, I already failed to
Tell
hit.
me about the war, Mr. Blight. If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Okay, so this guy has not given me anything. What are personal questions? Your phobia.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Okay, so Oswald is his friend who saved him from the rats. But unfortunately, he'll not talk to me because...
Good evening.
Evening.
I failed 2 of his hints.
Goodbye, Mr. Thun. Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye.
Shit, man. I failed this hint. So the good thing is I basically healed everybody over here, and but I failed this guy's hint and I failed one more, Thomas Elwood. So hopefully I can clear off all the rest of the hints. Now I'm supposed to get to the docks. Popular Farbog. Resistance. There are 2 guys over here. Absolutely no way to escape without fighting them. Earlier on I was trying to come from here, but there I think with some... those are the guys. Prevent Fire Executioner, and there was one more guy over there. I think it'll be easier to fight this guy and the other guy. Damn. Let's see if I can just walk. Damn, that was easy. But my only problem is what is this? Fucking shit. भैंस की आँख. How will I go past them, man? Okay. Is there no way of zooming out? Or move the map? I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm supposed to go that side only.
Best run along home, sir.
Mine! I'll take it.
Can I just run past them? No, I can.
Watch out, boys!
Shit! Run, run, Forrest, run!
It ain't human! Kill it!
Shit. What, am I supposed to fight all these guys just to get to this guy? There must be a better way of doing things. Suffering is part of the immortal condition. The pain will never stop. Run, Forest! Okay, thank God there's nobody over here. Okay, so pretty far off, man. Just a marker. Why can't the vampire I go anywhere else? Okay, so I have to go all this way over here, or I can go from here and try to come back here, but that'll be equally difficult. Killing these guys will be the easier thing to do. What is this? Watery rich blood sample.
Best turn around if I were you. Last warning, sir.
Should I get these calls to him? अबे ये क्या है? Come to me. Oh, he can teleport.
It's on to us.
Oh damn. Shit. Shit, man. This vampire is pretty powerful. So I cannot get past him. I cannot fight this guy. You are not strong enough. Remember that blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. Whose blood should I drink? Why can't I go anywhere up here? I'm a bloody fucking vampire. I should be bloody allowed to escape however I want. And these guys with fire bullets, they'll bloody kill me in one shot.
Best turn around if I were you.
Yeah, who's that talking to me? I'm not even anywhere close to anybody. Should I get this skull over here? What do I have over here? Hold on. If I get from here to here. Oh damn. This is bloody scary as hell. What is that? That's a train. Ew! Thank God that scared the shit out of me. I should be able to go up there. What is this? Is this a safe house? Tell me this is a safe house. Hello Frank, Booth, Digby, how are you? My old friend, it was good to see you last week. Next time let me get the rounds and I hope everything is okay. You guys are old neighbor. The situation is getting worse. Clay is getting more violent. Who's Clay? The Wet Boot Boys are in a bad spot, I'm afraid. I'm going to ask you one last time that you meant that you never reveal the gang. That the only thing you never get is be able to put a footage straight again. To avoid a good beating of worse. Well, rest assured you have my protection if you decide to pass, and well, maybe we can talk about the new options and job offer. You know I've always been good with numbers, so maybe if you need an account in the company, you know, and we shall be. Say hello to your wife for me. WB Booth Diggy. Booth Diggy. Who is this guy? Have I interacted with him? I thought I was already at the safe house. Just a minute. Okay, I'm not at the safe house. Why am I able to come over here? Okay, this is one of the areas. Oh, there he is, Booth Diggy.
Right, strange game. Now I'm gonna have to find out.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Oh, whoa, hold on.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Did I ask him this question?
Using funny jokes about me and my...
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
Thank God. Thank God for not killing me.
What can you tell?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here, like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Who's... Okay, you ain't available. Who's Edwina Digby? Okay. I'm taking this part.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Okay, life in London is taken care of. This is taken care of. I'm looking for Sean
You
Hampton.
know where I can find Sean Hampton. I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Okay, so this guy is taking a Boot Digby. He's a roadside criminal, but he's looking for an honest life. He's healthy. I don't need to give him anything. This lady is Edwina.
Been a while
Edwina.
since I've seen any new faces.
Good evening, miss.
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Oh, he's a seller. She's a seller.
What can you tell me?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite a fellow.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Okay, so Booth Digby killed somebody on this guy.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the grave diggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Okay, so she's given me an offense. I've taken care of. Oh, you feel so, Booth Digby.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Oh shit! Shit! This is the third hint I failed.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Okay, so she's also spoken to me. I've failed one hit with this lady. All this is done.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Let's see if I can trade.
As long as you have money.
What does she have? Tiny common. Oh my god! She's got the common handle part. And I don't have money. Damn, what do I sell, man? Should I sell this? Maybe 2 of these. Okay, common handle 35. 18. Let me see if we can sell something else. How much is this for? 15. Hey! Shit. What? 0 money, that's what I've got. Sean Hampton's location, but I had another clue for Boots Digby.
You.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really. One of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Are you that hard? Someone will kill you.
Don't you see, it's an endless spiral. One day, it will be you who will be stabbed.
Don't tell me else.
Or worse.
That's what my sweet Edwina always says, that one day I'll get it too. But she says it with the most beautiful smile, my Edwina.
Damn.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
So Digby is also taken care of. This is where I came from. Is this shut? Yes, thank God it's shut. Edwina Cox. Oh, Clayton.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth? Claw?
Okay, there is
Murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Why can't I speak to them? Oh, now finally. Let her go inside. And who's this?
Good evening, sir.
Ichabod.
Have you witnessed any suspicion?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
He's a fraud.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible.
This guy seems like a fraud.
The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Ichiban. Got you.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
No, I don't want to.
In any way.
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
He's probably scared to go all over the place. And rightly so. People are dying all over the place.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
I think he wanted to join and they didn't select him because shit's
So you
scared.
hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Okay, Sean Hampton was molested.
Good.
Wait a minute. Where is my... Can I go up there? Yes, I can. Oh, don't tell me this is my place. Why did they let me come all the way up here if they didn't want me to go anywhere? Oh no, this is my place. Let's see if we can upgrade any of my weapons. And here it is. I can upgrade this. Increase damage by 10%. It will become 114, 104. Increase damage by 10. Okay, so I've done. Right now it's increased damage with 20%. Oh, good handle part. How many more of these will I need, man? Can I upgrade one of the guns? Oh, I can. I think I've already upgraded this. Now I'll have to first upgrade this, then I'll be able to upgrade this. Decrease the reloading by 25%, increase damage dealt by 10%. What is this? Decrease stamina consumption by 10%. Okay, this is a good thing. Oh wow, this can go all over the place. I'll have to probably think and do some research to figure out what actually makes sense. Now that that's taken care of, should I sleep? Should I sleep? What should I do, man? These guys are absolutely killing me. I think I'm not going to sleep right now. It's funny. Oh, what is this? Looking for the Mark Michael. I hate myself for crying like people inside me. 8 perfect, very lucky boy when they're gone. 8 perfect. They call me Sad Brina. I hate myself for fighting to get it along. How it? Oh, this is Edwina Cox. No, Sabrina. I found something for Sabrina. Where is she?
Evening, miss. I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
Okay, new int available. Why not go then?
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
What do you mean?
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Sean Hampton. That's the guy I'm looking for.
Excuse my curiosity, but...
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the colour of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
That's pretty much everybody.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow.
Oh, she's Indian.
They got married in London. And here I am.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Okay, let's just check. Is she healthy? Yeah, she's pretty healthy. Life in London is taken care of.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Okay,
Miss Cavendish.
Thank you so much, Sabrina Cavendish, as they would call you. Who the fuck is that guy, man? Pretty far off. Hey, don't block my path.
Are they stupid or something?
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir.
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I'm still Tom Watts.
What can you tell me about...
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Well, something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Since I'm here...
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Okay, so I've got a warehouse key about Sabrina.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Okay, so I've done this. I've asked him a lot of... Sabrina is really... Okay.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too. I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Okay, so she has got anger management issues, which I'll have to question her.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
I believe he returned to his flock.
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick.
Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Sean Hampton. I've got quite a number of clues about this guy. And hopefully, when I find him, I can basically...
Tom, I need to find...
I heard...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's just see if Sabrina can calm down.
I think I'm poised for a time.
You still...
Hey, no question about her anger management.
Goodbye.
I was upstairs the previous time I tried to... when I met this guy. Dr. Swansea. But there is nothing that I can take from here right now.
He didn't deserve it.
Is there anything over here? Oh, there's another staircase. Dyson Denali. Thank God, I wish they would give out more money to me. My basically pockets are completely empty. Hey! Sean Hampton. No. That was Dyson Denali. I have to give him something for fatigue.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Let's see if I can give him some medicine.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
What do you...
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you...
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Okay, most of the conversations are pretty useless.
Is there anything in...
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. A bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Okay.
Is there anything...
How dare you say...
Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way to...
No...
Let me
Another time.
So I pretty much asked him about everything. No, I'm not.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Okay, Dyson Delaney.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
There's a hint, tell me about you.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in...
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Okay, so nothing much from this guy. He's based... Anything you like about this district? No,
I'm looking for Mr. Sean.
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
I've already done that, my friend. Now, as far as I remember, there he is. That's the other guy. How do I get inside? Oh. Why can't I do anything about it? What? Hampton. Investigate citizen actions. There's nothing that's happening. Is this the flaw? Do I have to talk to him once before I... Oh, sorry. I think I have to talk to him once and then
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
Let me in!
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Okay, finally in.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked, all right.
What? Who are all these people, man? They just keep popping up every now and then, and... I think if I would have avoided not going inside, possibly I would have been able to speak to her.
Please don't. So you have questions about...
Yes.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Wait a minute. Healthy as shit.
How is life?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence...
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye. Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband...
Oh no. My Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you...
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Okay, so that's taken care of. Personal questions. Nothing over here.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Shaw.
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Okay, so everything done with this lady as well.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
I'm gonna loot her house one more time and then... and then exit the house. That's exactly... ah, this is the one I was trying to loot.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry.
Why doesn't it let me investigate? What do I have to do to investigate? Just a stupid bloody moment. Shit, man. Okay, for some strange reason, I'm not able to do any sort of investigation about this lady. Is this a bug or... I should ideally be able to investigate her. But no, sir, no. No, sir, no. Not able to investigate Stella Fishburne. I'm not able to investigate Stella Fishburne. Okay, so I just did a little bit of reading and I figured out unless her son is in the house, there's nothing that he could do. Who is this guy?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it all...
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed.
This
I'd
is
like
the
to
son.
ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell?
A shithole filled with maggots.
Are you thinking about...
No. Hate them all.
Is there no one who...
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your...
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem up...
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it...
I just wanted to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Damn, so, this guy Seymour. Life in London is taken care of.
Any chance you can...
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Okay, everybody's pointing Tom Watts, but
Goodbye, mister.
I hope he goes back to his mother's house. No, he doesn't. Oh, he's got a cold.
Good evening, Mr.
Yeah.
Do you require...
That's something.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
Oh, then can I ask him some more questions? No, I cannot, obviously.
Goodbye.
Why won't he go into his house?
Hello, boy. Did I scare you?
No, it's just that...
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus.
Ah, damn, he's got anemia. I've got medicine for that.
What can you tell?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since...
Why do people...
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever...
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
That's taken care of.
What do you do? I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people...
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Okay, are you alone?
Are you alone?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Stella Fishburne, new hint. Rufus Kingsbury, new hint. So nothing to ask about him. I'll have to go back.
Do you know a man who lives in this part?
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
I know Tom Watts. That's it for this guy.
So long.
Seymour Fishburne. I will have to go back to Stella. Hey, why didn't I give him any medicine?
Evening.
Evening, Mr.
Do you need help?
A real doctor
A real...
I don't know what to say. Thank...
Will you help me now?
So long.
Investigate citizen actions. Let's go to Stella Fishburne again.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne.
Of course. I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep.
Eh, what?
It's locked.
Don't worry.
It's locked, all right.
What can I do?
Yeah, tell me about that.
The orphan that regards you...
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Okay, she just pities him. That was not...
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
I don't know how that's related to this overall story. It is just some passing conversation. How do I get Seymour to go inside the house? So I'm going to stop this video right now over here, guys. This is Juncock here. I will wait for Seymour to go inside his mother's house so that I can investigate what they are up to. But overall... Is he going inside? No, he's not going inside. Let's just figure out if he knows.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Miss...
This is Juncock here. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get more videos like this. This is a good game. It requires a little bit of patience to understand the game. But find Sean Hampton in the docks. He's somewhere over here. Whoa, whoa, what is this? Why is there blood down here? Damn, I'll have to come back over here, guys. Please like and subscribe to this video. Bye bye. You have a nice day.